Hello everyone, and something completely different now, something that's not historical but fantasy. This is a small part of my Warhammer undead army, or vampire counts. I haven't been doing this long, and I've always wanted an undead army. I've always fascinated by the army in Warhammer. I'm more of a Bretonian, to be honest, but I've always had a soft spot for the undead, and I wanted to grab hold of some old classic miniatures and put them together and see what I can come up with. So I've only done the zombies so far, and I absolutely love this set. They're such a great kit. Sadly, they're not in production anymore. I had to get this off of eBay, I think. I think their zombies are different now or updated. But I always like the classic kits, and for years I always had a plan in my head of how to base them, how to do them, how to theme them. So the army for this is themed around a black and purple colour scheme, with the exception of the zombies, because in my head zombies shouldn't be colour scheme. They should be what you pick up on the way to a battle or on a campaign and everything. So they should be a mix and match of just anything, really. So I painted this with the mind of painting every single one uniquely, including the skin tones, as they'd all be picked up at different times, different places, under different soils. Different ways of dying would have affected them. I went for a different flesh colour for each and every one, which I think turned out really well, and it makes such a colourful unit. A lot of the colours I used were contrast paints, but I don't really use contrast in the way that you're supposed to. I use them more as washes. So these were painted normally, but then using washes through contrast paints. Some of them anyway. I mean, I know this little chap here. This is painted using a sickly colour scheme and then just washed with a green contrast. These aren't the best painted miniatures I've ever done, but because I paint smaller miniatures more than anything else. But I've always wanted an undead army. I find them really fun. Like I said, I'm a Bretonian player really, and I have a huge Bretonian army which I'm going to start showing as well. This is partly what I like historics. Like most people, they started off in Warhammer when growing up. I saw the Bretonians, I thought that's the army for me, because it's the most accurate to history. So, but this is a little pet project that I like. I very, very rarely work on it because I've got too many other projects. But every now and again I'll work on one of these. I'm doing skeletons at the minute. Yeah, this was a fun distraction from all the other work I do. But I really, really enjoyed putting these together. Like most of my work, I try to make a scene of each regiment or each command base or anything. I try my best to make it look like they're actually doing something or something's happening, not just all ranked and stood up. So yeah, each one's individual. I had an idea in my head of how I wanted each one to stand or pose or anything. And there are some which I've converted to look like they're coming out of the ground. More so with some of the other figures I've done. I have a banshee that's coming out of the ground. And I had one of these coming out of the ground, which I really didn't like. So I actually ruined it and got rid of. And I only went for one, which was this fella here. So again, I really enjoyed doing these. It's just a bit of fun. You see the ground is just, well, it's just a hole of him coming out. But these are great because I could try new techniques out and different ways of painting on these, because let's face it, zombies are not going to be neat, or shouldn't be anyway. They should be completely messy. And yeah, just a joy to paint. It's nice to get back to painting old Warhammer kits that you remember from when you were young. And I'm really happy with how these come out. Each of my, it's such a characterful force. Yeah, really appreciate the old Games Workshop plastics. But again, each one used different techniques, different methods. They've all got different skin. It's the first time I used leaves as well as a basing tool, which I'm very impressed by. I'm going to try and show you the middle. because I ruined one of the zombies, I didn't have enough for the bases, although I do have enough now. I've managed to find some. But the middle is like I think they're called a unit gap filler or something. But I enjoyed putting this together as well. The terrain is from I think it's the Garden of Moor Warhammer set. I'm not sure if they still do it, but yeah, that's what it's from. All the leaves on top. All the gravestones are from, I think they're from a place on Amazon. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I bought them. Even have a little fist coming out the ground. Yeah, these were so fun to do. Every now and again, even, no matter what your hobby is, you need something different to do. I think, anyway, to make it fun, make it different. It's probably the most normal zombie in the unit. But I went for a more recently dead look for him. Whereas this guy looks ill. Well, that's putting it mildly. More sickly skin. But again, I posed them all to be either holding something or interacting with the terrain, if you like. So, for example, he's leaning on the cross. He's coming out the ground. I think there's one at the back. I put this one on Facebook and everyone nicknamed him the Hulk. And I can see why now. Even the blue trousers are accurate. But yeah, I like them to interact with the terrain if possible. And my skeletons I'm doing at the moment do interact with the terrain. The only problem with these is they're a nightmare to rank up because of the bases. I'm not even going to put that back in. But one of the skeletons shows the proper colour scheme. Again, this is a project I'm doing, but it's not a serious one. It's just one on the side. And now 5 minutes, I'll just do a little bit. It's going to be a small army. I've got some vampires and some grave crypt ghouls or something. Or spirit hosts I've done as well. And I will show them off. But I'm mainly a historical wargamer. Especially in smaller scales, 15 and 20mm. But I do have a fantasy side, which is based on Warhammer more often than not. So yeah, it's a different video. I weren't actually going to show any of these, to be honest, but I thought, well, I do really like these. They're one of my favourite units I've ever done. So I thought, no, I will shut off. If anyone likes the basing, I'll do a video on that as well. I do plan to do basing videos because I do quite like doing bases. Sometimes more than the miniatures, which is an odd thing, but you know, it's the way it is. I am planning some painting videos, tutorials and things, but I'm trying to do it in a way where it's easy to follow and I'm not just sat there painting it and everyone's watching. I want to do it like a proper tutorial. So they are on the way. I'm just planning how to do it best. I think I'll show you how to paint horses in 15mm and a 20mm Zulu at the start, just to see how it goes, and then carry on from there. I do plan to show how to paint the Japanese the way I do. So yeah, take care guys, and there are more zombies on the way, so thank you for watching.